and start this recording.
Yo, you know that. Okay, I'll say it for the show.
Yeah. Okay.
I think people get a kick out of it.
All right. Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome back to Nick and Eli Talk at You, episode 5, Eli. Oh my goodness.
Word, man.
Oh my goodness. I have to tell you right out of the gate, this is something very important. I made the switch.
Two?
Back to Final Fantasy XIV. From World of Warcraft.
How long were you away?
Probably almost a year. The new expansion came out, Shadowbringers, and I leveled up through it. And it's cool, but I played a summoner, and I wasn't super into how summoner played. And then I just kind of was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and play WoW. And I played WoW for about a year, and just this weekend, I was like, I'm really craving some Final Fantasy XIV, and I went back and started playing it.
Well, the only reason why I'm not playing that game is because I know it's a gigantic time sink.
Yeah.
Because I liked everything about it. Everything. Like, you suggested it to me, and I'm like, I was on the fence. You know, I played the original one before it got rebooted.
11?
For a little tiny bit.
No, the original 14.
Yeah, the original 14 before Realm Reborn.
Okay.
And I played it for like, I don't know, man, 2 seconds. And I liked it.
It was bad, though. It was so bad.
But I even liked that back then. You know, I thought it was cool. And when Realm Reborn came out, I wanted to mess with it, but I didn't. And I kind of hopped on the board. I'm like, you know, so I could fuck around with your ass. You know, yeah. I'm like, so I could mess around with Nick and play online. And I really liked it a lot. I think I played it for a month.
Okay.
And I put quite a bit of time into it.
Yeah.
I didn't do much as far as content, but I played it a lot. And, you know, I looked forward to coming home from work. I'm like, I gotta go home and play some Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's a great game. Like, it plays great. It looks great. Even on the PS4.
Yeah, you got to level 50, right?
What was that?
You got to level 50, right?
I got my class, my Paladin.
Yeah.
I unlocked the class completely. And I think it was 50. I don't recall.
Yeah, I think you hit the cap of like the base game.
Yeah, so like all the content that I needed to complete was like stupid easy.
Yeah. But
there was a lot of it left because I counted it one day. I went to the Final Fantasy wiki or whatever.
Yep.
And I needed, I think it was 40 odd quests to finish vanilla Realm Reborn.
Yeah, and I mean, I heard the reason why I went back in part is that there's some talk because in the next patch they're actually shortening all of that. They're like condensing vanilla Final Fantasy.
Well, there was some stuff that you did with me.
Yeah.
That I was like, this is ridiculous. When we're getting food for those fairies, and I'm like, what the hell this has to do with me becoming a paladin?
You gotta make sure because they pray to a primal. You gotta make sure the primal's okay.
It was so annoying. Because I remember you were like, okay, is any second now? 3 hours later.
Any second.
And I'm still in this freaking talking to these pixies. I'm like, what the hell?
I'd be like, it's cool, don't worry. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot. There's this 5-hour-long quest line where you have to just run around the forest.
But it is really good. I haven't re-upped my subscription in a minute because I've been playing other games.
Yeah.
But that game, it really is gold.
Yeah.
It really is. I think that's the best MMO that I played.
Yeah. You know, I think what got in my head was that we were talking off podcast about Fallout. I've been having this feeling to play Fallout or a Bethesda game, Fallout or Elder Scrolls, which I've never really been into. I played Oblivion a long time ago. I didn't really.
Wait, hold the phone. You haven't played Skyrim?
No, I mean I played the first couple of hours, but
bro.
I know now I can get it on my phone. I can get it on my smart toilet. It's like on every single platform.
Do you have a PC strong enough to run it?
Maybe. I mean, it came out in 2011, and I have a PC that came out last year. So.
Oh, so you should be all right. I mean, on PC I guess on Mac is what you got, right?
I have a PC.
Oh, okay.
I have a Mac. I have a Mac for
there's
work.
A lot of mods.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mods and pieces. But I mean, dude, I mean, you could probably get it on the PS4 for a good price.
Yeah.
I technically own it because me and my friend from Florida do that PlayStation Share thing. Do you know about that?
No.
Well, the way it works. So let's say you and me did it, right? So you would log on to your PlayStation. This is a pro tip for everybody out there. Pro tip. So the way it works is you would log on as me on your PlayStation, and as you're logged on as me, you will set the PlayStation as primary PlayStation.
Okay.
And then I will do the reverse of that. I will log on as you on my PlayStation and set my PlayStation as your primary PlayStation.
Okay.
So now, and that's it. And then from that point, whatever games I buy, you have access to. So you would just quickly like, yo, I'm gonna hop on to your account. Because if you hop on as me, obviously it will boot me out of my PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
So you will hop on, go to my library and be like, oh shit, you bought, let's say whatever, Skyrim.
Yeah.
And you would just download it to your PlayStation, and that's it.
And is that legal? Is that above the board?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is.
Cool. Steam
Yeah, so
Steam has something like that.
But Skyrim, dude, you really got to give, because Skyrim, I mean, this is gonna make me sad because Bethesda isn't what they used to be.
Yeah.
I had this talk with my friend, again, my friend from Florida. His name is Gabriel. We're really good friends, and we both get so sad about this.
Yeah.
Because Bethesda game meant quality.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy this game, you're gonna have hundreds, quite literally, hundreds of hours of entertaining, content.
Mm-hmm.
And like the last couple of games has been, poop on a stick.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
Yeah, you had mentioned Elder Scrolls Online, and I was like, Elder Scrolls Online. Maybe I should dip my toes into that. And then I realized you have to buy the game, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And so then I went to Final Fantasy.
You got a free version of it.
Huh. I thought you had to buy the base game.
No. I could be talking on my butt, but I'm almost certain you could get access to like a free version of it that, like kind of like Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. That one, I would say that's the last good quality Elder Scrolls. You play Elder Scrolls Online, and you could play by yourself. You could pretty much do everything by yourself for a certain extent. Of course, there's going to be certain things that you might need a little bit of assistance, but it's not bad. I mean, I do have it on the PS4.
Oh, it's on
if you ever want to mess around with that.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey.
I mean, I'm in Final Fantasy now. I'm happy. I think I might hook up my Xbox to my PC monitor and pop in Fallout 3 because I own the Xbox 360 copy of it. Maybe, and get my fill. So we'll see.
Old school.
So what have you been up to this week, Eli?
Well, I wanted to first complain.
Okay.
Dude, how the hell does Discord work, man? I do not get Discord. It is so weird. Like, why can't I just... I find it cumbersome. I mean, I don't know if it's... mind you, I'm like a generation older than you.
You're Gen X, yeah.
Yeah, but I find it so... Mind you, and I try to be pretty decently into tech.
Uh-huh.
Even though a couple of days ago, I bought a Cordy. Have you heard of those things? It's like a Roomba knockoff.
Yeah.
So I bought one, and I'm like, I have it on this charging station, and it's charged, and the light is charging. But the minute I picked it off the charger, the light went off, and I pushed the power button, and it wouldn't do nothing. So I put it back on the charger station, it will light up, so it's getting power. So I got it from a hookup.
Okay.
Hooked up. I got it hooked up, and I called the lady. I'm like, yo, and she's like, do you flip it upside down and turn it on? I'm like, yeah. No. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be a techie.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty bad at this.
Yeah.
Discord, I don't like where this is going, Nick. I'm scared.
It's okay. I'm not super into Discord either. I know, in WoW, a lot of the guilds have now moved into Discord as like their primary communication device, which I don't really like. I liked, in Final Fantasy XI or in WoW a while ago, it was like your main area of communication with the group was in like link shell chat or guild chat. But now most of it is we're on Discord and everyone will kind of sit in a voice chat room and then just BS instead of being in guild chat. I'm not super into that. Maybe I have privacy issues, or like I don't want to hear the person's voice of the crappy rogue I'm in a guild with.
I'm with you. But isn't it cumbersome the way you navigate it and how you get like the whole thing where I was looking you up and your name is Tuza, number. I'm like, I put in Tuza, like, where's the numbers? I'm like, well, just look at the Tuzas and let me look up the Tuzas and I know which one is which. You know what I'm saying? Like, why
Yeah.
it won't let me? No, where's the numbers? I'm like, yo, bro, calm down.
Well,
Let me just look.
it's kind of in the family of like Slack and FlowDoc. It's like server-based chat rooms. I guess it's kind of like IRC, like kind of
Like the old school stuff.
yeah, it's like that, but made for everybody. So like everyone has a unique identifier that's their name and a number. And I don't know. I'm not super into it, but
Okay, so
it's what the cool podcasters use.
because you asked me to use it when we first when you kind of pushed me over the ledge to play Final Fantasy XIV, and you were like, oh, let's just use Discord. I'm like, I heard of Discord.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm like, I've heard
See,
of it.
I was trying to be like everyone else. Everyone's like, "Oh, well just, just sit in the Discord server and BS, right?" Because that's what people do, but like I'm not really good at doing it, and I don't, I usually don't have Discord on. And B, you're using it on your phone, which probably added even more complications.
But it felt the same on the computer just now. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's a little annoying. I think there's a learning curve. It can be useful, but I'm not a person who just hangs out on Discord. There are people who
Okay.
just like cruise through Discord, and like every Twitch streamer has a Discord and they jump in there and there's like a community based thing. I'm not super.
I
into it.
guess because you could have like let's say if we had our channel open, how many people could join it to
Like
listen in?
hundreds, I think.
Oh, so I guess that's the appeal.
Yeah,
I just wish it was a little less cumbersome because I find it very cumbersome.
yeah, I do too.
And I know tech, I know technology. I try to stay abreast of the newest stuff, but I'm like, dude, Discord. But Nick, I gotta tell you something.
Yo,
I did something.
what'd you do? You mowed the lawn.
Well, yes, but no, I smoked a chicken.
Oh, how'd it go?
I did it yesterday. I wanted to make jerk chicken.
Okay.
All right. And traditionally, jerk chicken is cooked over coals, but with a lot of smoke. Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of smoky coals.
Yeah.
So pretty much like you're half grilling, half smoking.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, let me just smoke it. But I've never done it before. And again, I got a regular, well, it's not a regular kettle, Weber kettle grill. It has a little attachment to it. It's nice. It's really nice.
Okay.
But it's the actual grill compartment of my grill is the traditional 21-inch Weber kettle charcoal grill.
Mm-hmm.
So I call my friend from Florida because he smokes all the meats.
Okay.
And I've literally never done it. So I'm like, okay, so I put the regular charcoal briquettes, and he's like, oh, he goes, just put one, because I bought this bag of hickory chunks, not chips,
Yeah.
chunks.
The like cubes.
He's like, just put one chunk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, one chunk? He's like, yeah, one chunk, because hickory smokes. I'm like, okay, you know what? So I put one chunk and like a little weird little sliver just in case.
Yeah.
So I put them in there, and I put the jerk chicken on the side, off the heat. And bro, what I did was I let it smoke for. I put the thermometer, the probe thermometer, to check the temperature of the chicken.
Uh-huh.
And once it got to the temperature that I like, which is 170 for thighs.
I do the same thing. Yep.
What was that?
I do the exact same thing. 170 in the thigh. Yep.
Yeah, because I know they say like 165 is done, but I like my thighs really done. Like,
Yeah.
When it comes to dark meat, like that's why when I was a child, I didn't like dark meat because my mother would just cook it to the point where it's cooked.
Right.
And I like it very well done. So anyway, I waited till 170, 175, whatever the hell it was, I forgot. And I went out and I put the thigh skin down over the charcoal briquettes to give it a little sear, a little char, give it a little more crispiness.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, I came in the house. I'm like, I hope this is good. It came out so good.
That's awesome.
So good, so good. It tasted like the jerk chicken that I get in the restaurants. And mind you, I did not make my own jerk sauce.
Okay.
I bought it from a little jar, not a can, a little jar from the Latino minority supermarkets they have around here.
Okay.
And mind you, I bought the mild, and that effing thing was so spicy, bro. I mean, it was good. Like, it was my level of tolerance for spicy where my wife couldn't mess with it, which I felt bad 'cause I wanted her to try it.
Yeah.
She tried one bite. She's like, this is good. Then she's like, and she ran away crying. But it came out really good with the little smoky, hints to it, with the jerk flavor really penetrated the chicken. I had the chicken marinating for 2 days
Wow.
in jerk seasoning, and it came out really, really good, man.
Yo, I also smoked a chicken this weekend.
Ah, snap! You
Because
smoking chicken?
yeah, I had it a couple weeks ago and it came out really really good. And Mariana's been like, when we gonna have another smoked chicken? And I was like, all right, I'll make one this weekend. It was really nice this weekend. The weather was beautiful, so I smoked it. Took about 2 hours. Did the same thing. 170 in the thigh. I washed the car while it was smoking. I'm like
Nice.
getting into like the domestic like homeowner life. So it's like I wash the car, I check on the sprinkler, like things like that. And the chicken came out great. I made Brazilian potato salad. It was delicious.
What was that? Brazilian potato salad, you said?
Yep, yep.
What's the difference?
It has olives in it. So like you chop up olives like
Oh, you lost me,
kalamata.
brother.
It's good. It's good. It's really good. And then I made limeade, like Swiss limeade. It's a Brazilian thing. It's not Swiss, where it's you make the limeade by you take your lime. I had 6 limes. 4 of them you peel. You just put them in the blender. The other 2 you don't peel. You put them in the blender, and then you just blend it all up with water and sugar.
Okay.
And so you get like a little bit of bitterness because you have the rind in it.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's real. It's very refreshing. So.
Speaking of lime, there is a product that I don't know if you know exists. It's called True Lime. It's True Lime, True Lemon, and True Orange. They come in little, like the size of Splenda packets, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what voodoo they used. Basically, one little packet is equivalent to one of those wedges, like a lime wedge.
Okay.
So like what I do is, I mean, my wife likes it a lot. Let's say in a tall glass, like a standard tall glass you have in your house. I open up 3 little packets of the True Lime, put it in there. We use Splenda in my house,
Okay.
or whatever artificial sweetener. I put the 2 packets of artificial sweetener, ice and water, and Nick, I poop you not. It tastes like real, like if you just squeeze the lime.
Wow.
Yeah, it is incredible. I don't know. I bet you they do this in Brazil. In Brazil, do they put lime on soup?
I think so, yeah.
So like Peruvians do that, and I've gotten really used to it. So like even I made a soup. You know, I've been making a lot of soups lately, and we were out of fresh limes, and I'm like, oh crap, there's no lime. I put the little packet. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be horrible. You know, that's what I was thinking, and no, it tasted like regular old fresh lime in the soup.
Wow.
So we buy it on Amazon. It's like $20 for like I think 250 little packets. Try it. I'm telling you, like it's like instant fresh limeade.
Huh. True lime.
It's True Lime. Spelled normal, not weird.
Not
True Lime.
TRU. True lime.
Tell me, man, it is so freaking good, man.
Yo, that sounds great. I think we're going to take a short break, put in a sponsored segment, make those pennies, and then we will come back. So give me 1 second. See you soon. All right, Eli, this is one of your weeks. What would you like to talk about this week?
Well,
You're like, I want to talk about True Lime.
You mentioned how you mentioned the whole home thing.
Ah.
Like Nick, you've been to my house. You know, some of the outside was a little disheveled here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like my house was built in 1954.
Okay.
You know, it's relatively old, but like my fence, I have my house, like for some reason the back is 1/3 is wooden fence. Like
Okay.
the very back of the house is a chain link fence. The north side of my house is the PVC fence that my neighbor has. You know, so it's not really our fence. But the other side, the little entrance to the back, and then the southern side is wood. And that wood, I don't know how old it was. I mean, throughout the years, when we first got here, it was standing.
Okay.
Right? But if you looked at it, it looked like a snake.
And that was like what, like 10 years ago? More than 10 years ago.
Yeah, we've been living here just under 10 years.
Okay.
So it looked like a snake. And I was looked at it, I'm like, oh boy. It was not straight. Like you looked at it, it was wobbling, like wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby.
Uh-huh.
And little over the years, some of the planks started falling off.
Hmm.
and I would just, buy some wood screws, go out there, bzz, bzz, bzz. But the little, I guess, the cross beams or whatever the hell it's called
Hmm.
were rotted,
Okay.
rotted through. So then more planks started falling, more planks. And we started holding them up with, I couldn't screw it at this point because there was nothing to screw it to.
Yeah.
So we got ghetto. We would put stuff to hold it up. Like we had like those old lawnmowers that you push and it spins,
Yeah. 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 I saw a guy
like the ones
using
from the
one the
50s.
other day.
What was that?
I saw someone using it down the street the other day, like one of those old timey,
Oh,
like,
they sell new ones. You could buy like a new, like modern one if you want to be like, I guess, eco-friendly and not waste electricity or gas.
yeah, it gives you
And
an extra,
anyway,
gives you exercise too.
they work. I
Yeah.
was shocked
Wow.
because the one that we have here, it's been chilling here for years. And once we got the fence fixed, it was free. And I'm like, let me see how this works. And I'm like, holy moly.
Wow.
But anyway, so the fence was falling down, and many times we would let the dogs out,
Mhm.
and I would hear my knock, 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 knock. And it's my neighbor from across the street with like all 7 dogs behind her. They will follow. Say, oh, your dogs got out. And it kept happening. Then the hole got bigger, and I'm putting other crap to brace it. Like I feel like I'm bracing against, like brace the walls from the orcs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like they will figure out how to get out. I'm like, enough is enough. So we got the fence completely replaced. I'll send you a video of how it ended up coming out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm saying, so like, but like now that that's done, and once they did that, they removed a lot of the, I guess, crap like there's around, like little plants here that were growing near the fence that I couldn't really get to it.
Yeah.
So when the guys took out the fence, they cleaned that off completely, and they
Uh-huh.
cleaned off the other side of my house too. Like there was one little panel piece on the other side. They just connected the other side of my house. It's just like one 8-foot panel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they got rid of all that stuff, all the overgrowth, and I find myself now like chilling outside.
Because
Like,
it's nice.
the grass is growing. Let me go out there real quick and do a quick mow, before it gets big, and doing the front. Like my daughter spent all day yesterday. I don't know if you remember when you came to my house, on either side of the stoop, there was like 2 little places where you could plant like, like a little garden or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, that was also kind of like, ignored for
Yeah.
a bit and left to just do its own thing.
Uh-huh.
So my daughter's out there with the freaking pickaxe, trying to dig out the roots of the stuff that's in there. She want to get some plants going. So like, we're doing just recently we started taking this stuff a lot more serious in my house.
That's awesome.
Like usually we just, yeah. Usually we just ignore it and let nature do its thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like a bunch of dumbasses. So that's been going on a lot.
Yeah, no, something similar at our house too. So we got some new neighbors behind us, like our backyard sharing neighbors. And we had an old fence. Like when we got here, there's just old fence all around the property.
Wood?
Yeah, wood. Yeah. And they came in, and they have like a 3-year-old son, 2 or 3 or 4, a young kid. And they wanted to replace the fence, and we were like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so they replaced the fence just this last week or the week before. They had a lot of work done, actually. They had to pull up their whole backyard because they had to put in a big like drainage system because the water would stand in their backyard. So they fixed the fence too, and the fence looks way good. And now like we have a similar problem as to what you had. We have a front gate where like the planks are starting to fall off because the cross beam rotted out. And it's like, all right, maybe I should start getting some new fence on this property because it looks real good. And I think the more you like work out there, the more you want to spend time. Like we have some empty garden beds. We're going to start putting some stuff in. We put some flowers in a window box that we have. And our neighbors are like, no one's used that window box for like 15 years. It looks great. We're like, thank you. So the beautification of the home is definitely a good thing.
Um, are you one of those guys that will try to put the wooden fence yourself?
No. I would hire,
I know
someone.
folks, and I was talking to the gentleman that did it, and because my daughter was like, "Oh, maybe we should do it ourselves." I'm like, "Listen, princess, I love you. This is my thing, and you tell me if I'm crazy." Like I always have male friends that I have always tell me, "Oh, well, just get down there and do it yourself, or learn." I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, if I start learning, I know what's gonna happen. A procedure that would have been $1,000 now is going to cost me, $2,500 to fix my F up.
Yeah.
And that's always going through my head. Like I'm not a handyman.
Well,
if
here.
you touch my hands, they're very soft.
Yeah, So
I
here
can't help it.
I have something interesting that happened this week that speaks right to this, right? So we have had these electricians come out to our house like 3 times, all positive things. Once we had a bedroom in our house that we turned into a closet for Mariana that didn't have like a real light in it, and so we had them like put a ceiling light in with like a switch. And I am not handy, so like I'm watching these guys, and they're super nice. They're like, look, once it's at this stage, you can probably do it yourself. Like, it's easy, it's just a couple screws. Here, we'll show you like this. Cool. And that was great because then we had another light where I was just changing the fixture, and I did it myself, and everything worked out. So this past week, what we decided to do was we have these really ugly fluorescent lights, like office lights, upstairs, kind of near our den, like where Mariana's desk usually is. We've moved it since then, but where her desk usually is, and we want to turn it into a nice office for her. And so we had to get rid of these fluorescent lights. They're really ugly. And I look at YouTube, I look at the internet.
Like the regular fluorescent lights you would see at
Yeah,
an office,
yeah, like they're kind of short, but they're the
but like
tubes.
the same kind, right? To be
Yeah,
in the
the
office.
tubes. They give you such a terrible light in your house.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, like ever since we bought the house, we were like, we gotta change these lights because it's like really terrible. We have them in our kitchen too, which we don't like. But so I said, okay, well, I'll change it. So after having the encouragement from the electricians previously, I decided to pull the fluorescent light down. I get it all off the ceiling, and now I have just wires sticking out of the ceiling, and and some of it I recognize. Like, okay, here's a black wire, here's a white wire, here's the copper ground wire. Cool, I know all of that. And then, because our house was built in 1925, there are these other wires that are covered in cloth, and
What?
and they're inside this like metal tube, and I'm like, And so I look online, and it's something called BX cable. BX was a brand. It's also called armored cable. It was the second gen of housing electricity. So the first was just bare wire, which is bad because it'll set your house on fire. The second type was this BX wire, which is a wire that's covered in rubber that's then covered in cloth. The problem is, 1925 was like 90 years ago, and so
So hold on. So that BX wire, that's from back then?
yeah, that's the original wiring of the house.
Holy crap.
And so up in this fixture, there was like more modern wires, but then the modern wires were also plugged into the BX wires as well. They were like capped with the little electricity caps.
Yeah.
So the whole like they weren't just sitting there. They were actively part of the electricity going to this fluorescent light fixture. And so I say, okay. And so I look up.
No.
No, so
nope,
I look up.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
And so I look up things online, and they say, okay, look, if you're going to be putting things out of a fluorescent fixture and putting them into an incandescent fixture, you need to put a junction box in the ceiling, because you can't just have wires meeting other wires in the wall, because it's a fire hazard. So you got to put them into a plastic fixture that is fire rated. And okay, cool. So I go to Home Depot, I buy these things. I'm like, I'm going to just put it in the ceiling. Okay. And so I get halfway there. The problem is these boxes, since they're fire rated, there's like not really any holes, So like there's like these little areas where you can put the wires in, but it's like really stiff because they want the wire to be like immobile. Okay. That's cool. And so the BX wires, when you try to push them into this little tight hole,
Hey now.
The cloth, and my lights are turning off. Wherever, here we go. The cloth and the rubber, since they're 90 years old, they start to deteriorate.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, okay. And at that point, I was like, all right, this starts to feel like a fire hazard, where the covering, the covering of the wire is coming off. I don't know what to do with this, and so I stopped at that point. I was only working on the one. There were 2 fluorescent lights. I was only working on the one. And so I called the electrician. This was on Sunday. I called the electricians. I was like, hey, any chance you guys could come by on Monday and fix this? And they were like, yeah, no problem. So they came on Monday. And we, this was the first time we've had anyone at our house since the quarantine started. And so we were all stressed out, like make sure they have masks and gloves and make sure you disinfect everything, and they came and they fixed it. They said I was doing a good job. It was just, since I haven't had experience with BX wire, it was good that I called them just to make sure everything was safe. But, he was like, you're saving me a lot of time and a lot of work because you've already gotten like 3/4 of the way there. And then they did the other one too, and the other one didn't have the BX wire in it, so it would have been easier if I started with that one. But now we have new light fixtures. They look really good. We're painting the room. It's going to be an office, and yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be handy. There are some things I think I can tackle, but most things I definitely cannot tackle.
I I don't like even remotely to mess with electricity.
Yeah, that's
I,
smart.
I just don't. I don't. I just terrifies the crap out of me.
Hmm.
Because again, my house, we're on the same boat. You know, both our homes are older.
Hmm.
I'm like, if we do something wrong and I get a little spark somewhere that I can't see behind the, I'm like, But I remember like, and I guess this will be the last thing we talk about. I recently bought a nice smart washer and dryer,
Ooh,
which is really cool actually. I just got a text message on my phone like, oh yeah, your cycle is done. You know,
wow.
and I get emails to let me know, oh, you run 90 cycles. It's time to put the cleaner in the thingy to, so I get all these updates to my phone
Yo,
from the washer and dryer.
do you mind if I ask you how much that was?
Um, I I think it was just over 1,200. I think
Okay,
we bought them together at PC Richard and Son.
nice,
They're LG.
nice.
LG, and they're smart, and it's actually the washer. Well, you probably don't got to worry about it too much because it's just you and your lovely wife.
Mm.
But we got like, it's me, my wife, my daughter, my grandson. You know what I'm saying? So we bought a top loader with a big capacity, and you could load that some bitch really good. Like compared to the one that we had prior, which was we also bought it new a couple of years ago. It was a Samsung,
Okay.
but this one, the top loader, mind you, it kind of sucks for my wife because she is the size of like a Thumbelina.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes getting the stuff all the way in the bottom of the drum is a little hard for her.
That happens to my mother-in-law. She has I don't know what type it is, but she has a top loader that's kind of big, and like getting like
Yeah,
the tea towels or whatever that wind up on the bottom, it's like she has to like
exactly.
crawl
Or like a
into the
sock,
washer.
or especially when we have like a baby sock for Elijah.
Yeah,
But like
seriously.
I'm saying, like in the other one we had, my daughter got big chunky comforters,
Uh-huh.
like big one. And the other one you could put one in there barely, and it will barely wash it.
Mm.
Where this one you could put the comforter, some sheets, and a couple of pillow things, and
Wow.
maybe even a pillow in there, and it is good. So yeah, but like what I was getting to was, we bought them. We actually picked them up at the PC Richard warehouse in Long Island in
Okay.
Farmingdale,
Uh-huh.
which looks like a military installation, bro. Is how big it is. It's like I think this is the distribution center for the East Coast. I think
Uh.
because it's gigantic. Once I got them, like, what the hell? Like I'm driving around this place, and then I went to Google Maps to look up the aerial view, and it's like ridiculous.
Wow.
So anyway, so my daughter, I don't even know this. My daughter owns a Jeep,
Mm.
like a Jeep Wrangler.
Hmm.
A nice little size. So we put like the dryer, came back, we got the washer and brought it back, and we installed it ourselves. But I didn't even know now when you buy a dryer, it doesn't come with wires. It doesn't come with a plug for the wall.
What are you supposed to do?
It comes separate. You got to buy it separate. Isn't that nuts?
How
You
much
take
is
it
it?
out
Like
the
five
box,
bucks?
and in the back is gonna be a little panel with the positive, negative, and ground.
Mm.
So you got to buy this real stiff cable. So what we did was we took the old one out from the previous dryer, took it out, and I kept memorizing. Okay, this is the black, this is the ground, and we put it in, and it worked fine. You know what I'm saying? But usually, like me, if that were to happen and it wasn't like 9:30 at night, I would have been like, call the electrician. I'm not doing
Yeah.
this myself. Because I always get scared. I
Yeah.
always get terrified, man.
Yeah, I think they've given me a little bit of confidence with electricity. With the old wires is where my line was crossed. But let me tell you something. Our washer and dryer are awful. So when we moved here, we inherited our washer and dryer from the previous
Okay.
owners of this house, and they were here for 10 years, and they told us that the washer and dryer that they have, that now we have, was a wedding present from when they got married. Who knows when?
Holy crap.
They're old, they're white, they're metal, they don't hold very much. But when I go to Home Depot or something, I look at those like smart washers or the like nice, like the ones that have different colors, and I'm like, man,
Like, it's actually, mind you, the ones we got are just plain white.
white's fine.
White's fine, but I'm telling you, it's nice though, man. Like when I first got it, I'm looking at the like yo, me and my wife, I felt like we were two like bumpkins because we're looking at because the washer, the lid of the top loader is glass,
Okay.
so you can see right into the thing. So we're looking at the little because the water comes out like in a waterfall.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, ooh, I heard that
Does it have
fancy.
an agitator in the middle?
No,
Those
they
are
don't come with
nice.
that anymore.
Those are so nice.
They don't. I was because when I was buying, I'm like, yo, where's the little thingy in the middle?
Yeah.
I wasn't. I didn't know the name at the time. He's like, no, they don't come with that no more. I'm
I
like,
mean,
what?
the real cheap ones do. They still make them, but they're like the $200 washing machines. It's like the
Oh,
one that
okay.
we have. Like it's old and metal.
So
Like
I'm telling you, Nick, go to PC Richard and Son.
I'll have to look. It's funny. We've become so domesticated, me and you. It's like talking about, oh my, what happened this week? Oh, I put a fence in. Oh, I changed the light. Oh, I got washer and dryer.
Telling you. And like one last comment that I'll make before we kill this
Yeah.
bitch. I went to hang out with a friend of mine about maybe 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, now we'll just quarantine. Whatever time ago. My old friend from high school. It was me, your dad, and my friend Fernando. We got together, and my wife. We went to the diner that I took you to that last time we met.
Yep.
And we were eating there, and whatever. We came back to the house, right? And mind you, this is high school buddies. You figure we talk about all the dumb crap we did back then,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. He goes, my friend Fernando bought. He has a home in Nassau County, and we're just talking about like we're talking right now, talking about home things, this and that. We're not even talking about all the dumb poop that we did growing up, and stuff that would have got us arrested.
Yeah. No, now
We're
it's
talking
like
about homes.
Now it's like, yo, my thread count on my sheets is so good.
Yo.
Yo, let me tell you
I
about
love it.
this soap that I got.
Yo, it's organic.
Oh man. Well, until next week, make sure you check us out on the social medias at We Talk At You, right, on Instagram and Twitter. Eli is at the helm for those, and he's been doing a great job. I saw it this morning. I saw you were like, we're going to be live in 15 minutes on Discord. And then we switched to Skype. So, and then what else? Do we have any other things? Check us out on Anchor. Get our podcast on Anchor or Spotify, Google, Apple, wherever. Until next week, I'll see you later.
Peace.
I think that was the best episode.